Appreciate y'all checking in with No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. What's good, y'all? Glad to be back. Today we talking about current events. All kind of things been popping up over the past couple of weeks. Shout out to everybody who been giving us their thoughts and their strength out here in the TX. Yo, your boy P been alright. For y'all that want to know, I've been A-OK. Ain't missed a meal, ain't lost a pound, ain't been without. Your boy is, I'm a real prepper like I be telling y'all. The shit I be telling y'all to do, I be doing it too, y'all. Just so y'all know. So, yo, your boy is good, man. Your boy been good. You know, motherfucking Ted Cruz here in Mexico. Motherfucker, I was in Mexico too, bro. Basically, it felt like, shit, I'm doing spas every day. I'm taking all kind of nice hot baths and oils and salts and butters. Facial masks, hair masks. I got a hair bonnet on underneath this bitch right now, dog. I've been on mine, yo. I'm saying, ain't missed a beat. But yo, to everybody that, you know, people been going through it and everything, hey, look, shit real, man. So we thank y'all for giving us y'all shout outs and all this shit over the past couple of weeks for the winter storm that we've been, we're not dealing with now. It's more just like rain and shit now, but appreciate the shout outs and everybody and all that tapping in with us, you know what I mean? But anyway, like I said, man, today we talking about current events. But first of all, like I said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Hey, yo, don't forget to fuck with my Teespring. Got new classics. You know I wasn't going to come back without no fucking new classics. Why? Brothers Against White Supremacy in the DARE font. You know what I'm saying? BAWS. If you're a black man, you a brother against white supremacy, you a boss. You understand? This the new definition of boss. Oh, yeah, your boy P, he flipping the game like that. I'm flipping it hard. I'm flipping it hard. Brothers Against White Supremacy. Go fuck with it on Teespring. It's teespring.com/boss-for-life. Boss for life. You also see it in the ticker down here. Also, oh, you know, I couldn't forget the sisters. You know, black women, we got the best combination. We got the black men that's the boss, and we know that every time you look at a black woman, you know she the sauce, dog. She a straight up sauce in the globe, dog. Straight the fuck up. All them other women, they be impostoring. But it also means sisters against white supremacy. Fuck with it. We gonna keep dialing down on the type of shit we need to be, you know, having our conscience wrapped around, and eventually motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to bite all this shit. Certain shit they just can't bite. Shit like this that I'm doing, they can't bite this shit, y'all. They can't just appropriate this shit that I do, y'all. This is stuff for us. This is a black sanctuary when you come to my channel. I already told y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all already know. Shout out to my family, my fam bam out there that know what we do over here, man. It's like this, man. We bossing and saucing out here. There's gonna be more coming from this line of boss and sauce. Courtesy of your boy P. But anyway, back to the topic. So today we talking about, like I said, man, we doing current events right fast. Everybody going live, man. A lot of folk going live right now, so it's that kind of busy. But I want to start by addressing something we seen over the past, you know, couple weeks crop up in the media. It's about these choke-holding Asians lying about black hate crimes against them and trying to toss the racism and hate crime hot potato to black people. Now, if this ain't the most fairy tale ass behavior that I've ever heard. So like I said, over the past couple of weeks, man, it's been Asians in they bag with policymakers as well, kicking a lot of bullshit about them being hate crime upon. Talking about black people are abusing Asians. This is what we're seeing in the media being trumped up. And you got Asian policymakers like Kamala Harris. I put that in the flip so people can know that, look, Asians claim her. You Negroes that think that she's your savior, no, Asians have claimed her. Period. They've claimed her. I was saying that when she was running for president. Way, way back. But Asian policymakers like Kamala Harris, DAs, you got that DA Nancy O'Malley out in Alameda County, pushing for investigative units that are going to be starting in Alameda County to investigate Asian hate crimes and hate crimes against Asians. So black people in any city, look to your DA. Look for your DA to be making Asian hate crime investigatory units. Check your DA. Watch your fucking DA. Okay? This is what I want y'all to get out of this. Okay? And I know y'all out there in Alameda County, if you black, for sure be on the lookout. What they're trying to do is racialize the abuse against Asians onto one group. And we're not going to have that. We're not going to have that. Out of all the videos I've seen of people attacking Asians, I was going through them today. Out of all the videos I've seen, they all been white people. They all been white people or people with masks on their face and shit so you can't tell who they are. Okay? But it's been a lot of white boys attacking Asians from London to New York to Cali. It's been white boys on this rash of attacking Asians. Just like the white boys did with the LGBT. It's them that be on that rash of attacking people. That be they shit. Okay? So don't let them try to lie and try to have you blaming black people. They have these celebrities now trying to come out and fake play the violin for these Asians. Black celebrities, mind you. And that proves another point that damn, that's a reason that we can't trust black celebrities. They had Jeremy Lin, the dude who I guess he's in the NBA now. He's back in the NBA or in the G League or some shit like that. Wherever the fuck he at now. But Jeremy Lin sitting up talking about, yeah, on the court, I be getting called coronavirus. They call me coronavirus and all of this shit. And you had black celebs like Mike Eric Dyson, who I've talked about. Coon-ass Mike Eric Dyson coming up talking about, oh, this is bad for our Asian brothers and sisters. See, black folk, we can't be doing this to our Asian brothers and sisters. We got to respect their struggle. Just like we asking for respect, we got to respect their struggle. And we can't be doing this to the Asians. But when Bill Maher was sitting up talking about he a house nigga, you was defending him when he was saying nigga on his show. Punk ass Mike Eric Dyson. And I did a show on that too. Okay, so it's y'all understand what we up against. We up against a lot of cooning going on in the midst of all of this shit. What up, Just Glowing? What's going on? You see in a bit. This is a lie. They have abused, aka murked us for decades. This is bull. Hell yeah. Dyson is poo. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk, Miss Lady. Ain't seen you in a bit. Glad to see you in the chat. You know what? I be trying to put comments on your videos sometimes, and they be taking my comments off. They really don't fuck with me at the YouTube. It be some crazy shit. But yeah, I be trying to shout you out. I like you. I be trying to shout you out. But whatever. They be hating. But good to see you in the zone. Good to see you in the house today. And heck yeah, Dyson ain't shit. Dyson is a hater. These black celebrities, they don't be meaning shit to black people. Just to keep the shit real. Their handler game, they got handlers. Their handler game is too deep for a lot of us. And they can't be trusted. I'll say that. They got a lot of people behind them. And, it's bullshit to try to paint all of society's ills on one group and try to blackface all of society's ills on one group, which is what has been going on in America for a long time. And we know that if you can paint one group as villains at will, and in this case falsely at will, like these various groups have done to us, LGBT, they've done it to us, white women have done it to us, now it's the Asians. If you can do shit like that to people, we know the story. Anything can happen to these people negative and they get a pass. Whoever does it, whoever's their perpetrator, they get a pass. And we got to stay up on it. And what also happens is people that speak out against that type of shit and speak out against the bottom casting and the vilifying of a group, as the mainstream media becomes, oh, they bad, people like me who sitting up saying, no, that ain't what's going on, this is a lie, we get gaslit to be looking like, hey, look, hey, you didn't see that. Hey, you didn't see the Asians sit up and choke black women out of these Korean stores for all these years. You didn't see this. You didn't see these various other narratives of shit going on. You didn't see that. They'll try to gaslight us into shaming black people along with them. I will not allow myself to be gaslit into shaming black people on the account of some fuck ass group like the Asians out here trying to hate and make political and social and economic plays for their little bitch ass group. I don't co-sign that shit. I don't want y'all to co-sign that shit. You see what I'm saying? This is a code that these Asians are on right now. And these stories, like I said, man, these stories that we've seen, man, there was a couple of stories this week where folks was trying to blame black folk for abusing some Asians, and it turned out that the folks weren't even black that was abusing these people. So this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with trumped up narratives to vilify black people right now at the hands of Asians, under the watch of your Asian vice president, Kamala Harris. Eat a dick if you don't think she's an Asian. The Asians claimer, all you slow people out there. Okay? And this is bullshit. So the Asians, they need to cut the crap. They want to blanket. If we're talking about blanketing a group as a plurality and saying a whole group is bad because of what something that one person, one-off individual may or may not have done, we making the whole group bad. Well, in that case, okay, I'm gonna call all the Asians, y'all are the chokehold Asians from now on. Y'all are the chokehold group. That's what we're gonna call y'all, chokehold ass Asians. That's what we're gonna call y'all. For all the black women that went to these Asian stores, 60% of the store market, the beauty store market, is run by Asians. 60%, and black women getting choked out on all these videos. We never once said all Asians. We have policies against all Asians and task force against all Asians, and this is what they're doing to us. See, so the response is not fitting the crime in our case, a fake ass crime that they're making up. You understand? So this is what we gotta understand. This is something that Asians are pulling off as a way to false elevate themselves in society. They're making this imaginary media firestorm up and trying to sell that black people are the face of anti-Asian this and that, hate crime shit. So motherfucker, we're gonna do the same here in new black media, motherfucker. Y'all are the goddamn me chokehold ass group. Just going to say she is trash. Right. Real life. I think they're doing this as a way to say, and I'll leave it at this. I think they're doing this as a way to say, racism is not black and white. It's something they try to run a lot. You notice this. This whole racism is not black and white narrative. We've heard this shit kind of prop up and crop up in different conversations. And it's something that white supremacy society does as a way to get the finger off of them when it comes to their systematized victimizing of black people. There's some angles to this shit, right? This is a go-to for them, white society at large, right? And the Asians have picked up on that in this instance here. And here's an example. Like, y'all remember when George Floyd, when his case popped off and that situation happened and he was murdered by Derek Chauvin, what was the narrative then? Racism isn't just black and white. They're talking about that guy, Tu Thao, the Asian cop that was standing on the scene watching this man be executed. They were talking about him. And he was another guy they could throw the racism hot potato on because it wasn't just a white person at the scene. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? That's something that the white media started pumping. They started pumping plenty of stories to bring heat to the Asians because of Tu Thao. They wanted to get that racism hot potato off of them. You understand? and try to make it, oh, wow, this racism thing, it isn't just about black and white people. It ain't just about black and white, you blacks, coming from the white people's perspective. You understand what they did? So, guaranteed, when you see stories about racism not being just about black and white, guaranteed, most of the time there's going to be a black victim in that story or a fake black villain in the story, like what we're seeing now. And we got to not be shaken by that shit. Okay, that's my point. That's my point. The white supremacist society has got Asian society on code right now, to where they're using the same trick bag language that white supremacist society uses to get their little gains and get their little social respiration every now and then when the pressure be too hard on white people. Okay, now Asians are using that same thing to try to engineer certain psychologies and try to wash certain psychologies over the public. Okay, so we can't be falling for that. We can't be doing Michael Eric Dyson's and falling in line with that bullshit. You understand? Our sister here says, let me get to the chat. We have receipts, though. All kinds of videos of them being racist, I'm sure, to us. They are blatantly trying to rewrite history, right? Yeah, let's see. We ain't going for that shit. They can try that shit, but we ain't with that. That is not what's happening. Not finna happen. These are, as far as I'm concerned, these are Asian chokeholder people. We call them chokehold ass Asians until they get this hot potato off of our back, trying to make us some sort of racist group towards them, some hate group toward them. Fuck out of here, man. Not having that shit. One thing I also want to get on, I know y'all probably seen this. There was an interview that our brother Tariq Nasheed did a couple of weeks ago, probably about a couple of weeks ago now. I don't want to say it was versus somebody, but it was in tandem with a young lady running Afrocentric Pan-Africanist talk over our people, and he was basically trying to steward her to a more logical pathway of thought in the conversation. Her name was Dr. Afia Mbili Shaka. All right. And y'all know me, you know, it starts in the same territory for me when it comes to these conversations with Pan-Africanism and all of this. How can you pan with groups of people who don't care if melanated people are dominated by white supremacy or not? It has to be all over the globe. Everybody that's melanated has a disdain and a detest for white supremacy dominating them globally in order for this to work. You understand? So how can you pan with that? How can you pan with groups of people that come to our country and ignore our contributions to the shape of the entire globe just because white people over here tell them to? It be deep shit like that. You know what I mean? I'll give you a recent example. You can't pan with groups of people who sit up and hold Senate committee hearings about why you shouldn't get reparations on your ancestral land in the country you built. Jackson Lee. I'm talking about you, Jackson Lee. Okay? You can't pan with people who sit up and disrespect your revolutionaries in song over and over again, and then they daddy die. That's Nicki Minaj, y'all. Her daddy died a couple weeks ago, and she be the one that be sitting up talking shit about black revolutionaries in her music, and we tell her not to. After we told her not to, she keep doing this shit. Now, her daddy died a couple weeks ago. Global superstar doing shit like this. How can you pan with people that do shit like this? I'm just saying. And I've talked about the many revolutionaries that have been inspired by our revolutionary movements here, like the Black Panther movement, the Black Civil Rights movement. Our movements here have inspired all groups of black people over the globe to do their own versions. Right when it was going on, right in the 60s, all that, all these Caribbean islands was biting. Okay? Places like where she from. Nicki Minaj. I'm just saying, man. How can you pan with a group of people that's going through that type of psychosis about you? They got that kind of jealousy and hate and fuck shit towards you like that. How can you do that? What is the point of intersection that you have with a group like that? A group of people that'll vote for Joe Biden and shit. You know what I mean? Or groups of people that vote for Joe Biden and don't want to get their hands dirty in our local and state politics to a clip to where we're actually getting tangibles local and state. Simple shit like that, right? They're not focused on our lineage-based policy. So you can't do shit with that. Is my point, y'all. I just want y'all to put that in your mind state. So this lady here in this interview, and Billy Shaka, she just wasn't getting down to brass tacks for my take. I think she was doing it on purpose. It seemed like she was trolling the show to try to hear herself talk and hear herself ramble just because the brothers was letting her stay up there. So she seemed like she was basically trolling to keep herself in the conversation because she got invited out. So she had to talk her spiel of what she know. But once Tariq started bringing these basic facts that kicked all of the validity out of what she was saying, not saying she's an invalid person, but her facts are invalid in the context of our ancestral land that we live on here and our actual pathway that we've carved out on this land and in this universe. You know, it seemed like to me she just came to hear herself talk about what Columbia University out in DC, where she's from, where she's at, has a teaching position. She seems to only have had on her mind to say what Columbia, DC University wanted her to say, or would allow her to say, to where she could come to work on Monday and still have a job type shit. I think that's what she's been indoctrinated under, and I think that's what is really in her heart, is to say all that Pan-African shit. I mean, I think that is her thing. And that's cool, but, you know, I mean, that don't serve us no purpose. It don't serve us no purpose. Another thing, I'll say this too. Another thing that came up, and I'll say that I want to kind of put a spin on this a little bit. It's something that Tariq had brought up. I want to put a spin on this to, you know, just let y'all see my vision of it. There was a point in the conversation where Tariq was like, hey, we don't need policy to change to make experiential life better here for ground state black America. Something to that effect. We don't need policy. His assertion was that all we need is a code, and that we've had policies on the books, but they don't get enforced, and this, that, and the third. This is the point that I brought up. I brought up that exact point, but I think he should have fleshed it out a little more. I think he should have fleshed out a little more. I want y'all to remember one thing that I brought up. That, you know, remember how I told y'all when the Voting Rights Act of 1965 passed that black folk was rushing to the polls to vote for black people. Right after that law passed, especially black folk in the South, running to vote for black politicians in all levels of office, local, state, and national. And we was doing the work then. We was on some coded politics. So this is the kind of spin I want to put on it. We were on some coded politics. We was writing letters to our politicians. We was, you know, letting these folks know, look, okay, nationally, we was writing letters to these politicians saying, look, you know, we need these kind of things to be happening. We need this. We was on a code politically. Okay, so I don't want y'all to think that code and politics can't go together. It ain't never went together. Nah. You know, we've had that. We know how to do coded politics. That Shirley Chisholm generation on up. Well, so we started with her generation. I won't. After that was the Elijah Cummings generation, right? We don't. His was when the coonery started. But what happened was we got these black politicians in office. We came to this political sphere with a code. It's just the politicians weren't coded up. They started kind of fall into the hue and cry and ebb and flow of being in Congress and being in these different positions where they kind of just brush a lot of representatives off with just busy work. They'll give you busy bills. They'll put busy bills on your desk for you to sign off on. But it don't be bills about shit. It be about veterans, LGBT. Nowadays it's about veterans, LGBT, women, all that type of shit. Immigrants, all day, all that type of shit. But nothing that's black specific. Okay, they've been doing that shit for a long time. And politicians, they got into that culture. Black politicians, this is their first time in that type of thing, and they got starstruck. First time being around all these white folk in a Congress position, in these major positions at least, and they getting starstruck, and they getting bombarded with this paperwork, busy work, and they, well, fuck it, I'll do this. But they don't take that break from the busy work to really come in and actually enforce policy. And that's what happened. We got sabotaged out of a lot of the policies that we had expected from our politicians back then. Okay, so we knew how to approach policy in a coded manner, what I want to say. We just got sabotaged by these politicians. Okay, that's what happened. So that speaks to my point where I say we need to have coded policies, mandatory punishments written in policy for people violating our lineage policies, lineage specific, this and that, so forth and so on. So this is why I speak that. Tariq talked about, policies about how immigrants, how they flooded America after the boycotts in the 60s and all this shit, as a way to sabotage us. So it kind of makes my point again. We're talking about different saboteur events that have happened politically to throw us off, right? So this is kind of a thing. But we've come to the polls with code before, is my point. We know how to do it. We just can't have politicians coming up on the back end sabotaging shit. We just can't have that. And shucking and huckabucking and whiling their time away while they getting busy work bills put in front of them, and they're not actually enforcing or making their own bills and policies that are meaningful, right? So that's a big point I want to make. Hold up. So, so shit like that. Let me go. Did we put her face up there? Yeah, we got her up there. Another thing I want to say too that stuck out in the interview to me, it was funny to hear her say this Billy Shaka young lady. She broke down and said, hey, Tariq was just hitting her with the facts about, black folk, we need this, black folk, we need this. And then at the end, she kind of just broke down and went to this old fail-safe that I hear a lot of the sovereign talking Negroes, a lot of the Moor talking Negroes. Yo, what up to the sovereign talking, Moor talking Negroes? What up, my brothers and sisters? What up with y'all, man? What the fuck y'all doing, man? What y'all up to, man? Say, hey, look, she was kicking this shit like, well, black folk, we're not mentioned anywhere in the Constitution, so we can't expect nothing else. We can't expect to get no law, no policy, nothing. We need to just leave America. She's the one who's leave America. We not mentioned it in the Constitution. Look, that's a load of crap, y'all. Black folk here listen to me tonight with the sound of my voice, especially my Moors and sovereign Negroes. Yo, what up to y'all, man? Say, look, man, just stop kicking that we not in the Constitution crap. So therefore, we shouldn't be trying to have no policies. Stop kicking that crap. You know who's also not mentioned in the Constitution? Women. Nowhere in the original Constitution do you see women. Nowhere in the Constitution do you see Jews. But guess what? Women and Jews get policy all fucking day. And day through the fucking night. So stop that. Stop being coward. We need to stop being coward of running politics how we know we can. We need to stop being coward of running this shit. That's just the reality. We need to stop running to these fallout lines of, well, we're in the Constitution. Well, that's my excuse to run and leave America. Nah, man. No, you're going to stay here and fight as a real motherfucker. You're going to be a coward while you here getting berated by motherfuckers like me who ain't the coward motherfucker. I'm going to tell you, motherfucker, yo, get down. Do your work. Do your work in the street behind this shit. This is what we come from. We come from the people who get down and do the work. We don't come from the people who said, well, we might as well leave the country. They ain't put us in the book here. You see? So that's a way for us to run. Y'all looking for ways to duck. That's funny to me. That's funny. I find that comical. I mean, so to the sister and Billy Shaka, that's something you're gonna have to. Y'all gotta quit that shit. That shit ain't holding no water. This shit ain't hold no water around us on our ancestral land. We're not trying to hear that. We're on our ancestral land, and we're going to do what we got to do on our ancestral land. Fuck trying to fit in somewhere else and trying to make friends and fuck all that. We done made friends, and everybody shitted on us. Everybody stabbed us in the back after we made friends with everybody. We made friends with absolutely every group, and everybody shitted on us. So now it's time for us to do the shitting back. Brothers against white supremacy, sisters against white supremacy. Let me go and do this real quick, a little quick little pub while we talking. You know what I'm saying? Quick little pub for those that miss. You know what I'm saying? We do it like this. Fuck with it. This is what we doing, man. Come on, let's not play, man. Last thing I saw, man, I thought was really, really interesting. The COVID, y'all. You know, we gonna put a punctuation on this COVID conversation. I just think it's funny, again, to see people still trying to run the get your COVID shot crap on people. Like, people aren't getting fucked up by the shots they already got out there. So, Liz Cabrera did a show about a week ago about a lady that died after taking the COVID shot because she was anaphylactic. And y'all know on my channel, you know, I already told y'all, if you have any allergies, meaning that you're anaphylactic, got any allergies, be pollen, mold, dust, anything, man, y'all shouldn't be taking the shot because it's gonna kill you. It's a very kept low kind of report, I should say, very underreported ass report that if you have allergies, you take the COVID shot, you fuck around and die. Okay, and this black lady died playing with it. So come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. People are dying because the information is not really widespread about the ills of the COVID shot and the side effects. This is what's happening. People are just basically getting caught up. And it's sad. People are getting caught up in these celebrity testimonials we hear and see all the time. Even though celebrities dying. R.I.P. Hank Aaron, you know what I'm saying? Dying. You know what I'm saying? People fake taking the shot for whatever reasons. Fauci, people fake taking the shot. Doctors all over the globe fake taking the shot. Got fake optimism on the news, NBC, CBS, ABC, CNN. Fake optimism behind the shit. Mainstream white news. I'll add that. You gotta say mainstream white news when you talk about who talking happily about COVID shots, okay? It ain't us here in New Black Media. And come on, man. People are not knowing what they need to know before taking these damn shots. It's just too risky to try to play with Tuskegee 2.0. How I said, yo, what up, Rams Fire? Ancestors who are the original Amaru Khans agree with you, brother P. Well, it's good to know. It's good to know, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know where that point falls into what I was saying, but I'm sure it falls right in where it was supposed to fall in, brother. I love to hear it, man. They fought like warriors against the Euro. Okay, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about how we and give a fuck, man. How we held down the fort and we hold down the fort and hold court right here in the midst of all of this shit. We hold court in the midst of the street and we don't be acting like we got somewhere to run to. Real talk. Yeah. I feel you on that, bro. But yeah, that's all to my point, man. People are fronting like Tuskegee 2.0 ain't upon us. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Like, you're not smart to be playing them type of games with yourself. Johnson & Johnson just came out with a one-shot COVID. They're going to be pushing this shit. They came out with a one-shot COVID shot where you don't got to take multiple shots. It's going to be one shot, and that's supposed to be good, but they're trying to make you take it every year. So it's a money maker where they can shift this shit every year. They're trying to make money off this shit to where you take it every year. But this is the same Johnson & Johnson that's cancer-causing baby powder ass Johnson & Johnson. Don't forget that. It's them same motherfuckers. So, I mean, who the fuck is hyped to take some shit from Johnson & Johnson, bro? I mean, like, just put this shit together, man. I'm not having it, man. I'm not having it. So, like with the Pfizer vaccine, man, they trying to make this whole get shot, get a vaccine shit. They trying to make it sound too sweet for my taste. So number one, they try to make shit sound too sweet. I get mad. I'll be like, oh, that's that bullshit. Y'all lying to us. Y'all lying to us. To me, it seems like they're just trying to ramp the shit up. It seems like they're trying to ramp it up and trying to get as many people shot up with this shit and hopefully and let the chips fall where they may. But people ain't trying to risk their life like that. People ain't trying to play with their life like, oh, well, let me go do something and let the chips fall where they may. Ain't nobody playing like that. Nowhere. Nobody who a thinking motherfucker is not playing like that. So, fuck a COVID shot. I ain't getting the COVID shot. Fuck a COVID shot. Nobody I know is getting the COVID shot. Nobody playing with it. And yeah. So yeah, hold on. Who just said this? Let me get to this screen. Yeah, we still holding rounds fired. Yeah, real life, bro. Ain't no games, man. But yeah, say don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Fuck with my Teespring. I'm gonna throw this up there one more again. Can't throw it up enough. The BAWS collection, Brothers Against White Supremacy. Fuck with it. The link is in the description actually of this video. The SAWS collection for the sisters. Love y'all. Love y'all. Sisters Against White Supremacy. That is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with y'all. It's good, man. Let's get this on. Well, I'm gonna tattoo shit off showing up. Well, I'm tatted like an animal, boy. But yeah, this is what we doing, man. And don't forget to fuck with the George collection. And the Hotel Pick Me collection. I got all kind of classics, man. Y'all knew I was coming back to this bitch with some classics to drop for y'all, man. Y'all know we're gonna keep moving this thing, man. I'm gonna keep moving the thing. And I'm gonna get it, y'all.